My dear students, very good morning to one and all. I hope that you people are fine and doing great. Once again, I welcome you all to this online English classes. In my previous video, I have begun a new topic, that is pronunciation in English. If you haven't watched that video, means kindly watch the video and try to acquire some knowledge about pronunciation and articulation of English language. In that video, we saw accents, rhotic speakers and non-rhotic speakers, and basics of English language. In that we saw consonant letters and vowel letters. These are the things which we saw in our previous video, and we discussed elaborately about accents, how accents will be differed based on the situation, based on the regions. Now I would like to tell you about what are the differences between British English and American English. My dear students, I hope that you might have learned about this British and American English. Now here I have brought one chart. With the help of this chart, we will learn something. Here you can see how British English is differ from American English. Here first difference, just by changing the last one letter. Here yes, in this word we are having yes, here we are having C. In American we have to use yes, and in British we have to use C. In license, practice and practice. Like that, here we can see just by changing altering the letters, last two letters, ER into RE. Like that, here also by removing one letter. In American we used to say jewelry. Here also we used to say jewelry. Thus we have to stress on L sound. Here we can see the difference. Likewise here also. Likewise we are having so many differences between British English and American English. Now we shall see some description, some interesting facts about British English and American English. What are the benefits of learning British and American English? Here I have brought something. If you are planning a trip to America but you have been studying British English or vice versa, you could have a few problems on your trip. For example, imagine one day that you really fancy eating this. In your picture you are seeing, we are eating something which is fancy. If you ask someone in the UK where you can buy chips from, they will probably send you to a local chippy fish or chips shop or to McDonald's. However, if you ask someone in America the same question, they will probably tell you to go to a supermarket thinking you want this. So here we can see the differ between the chips and these chips. Although technically we all speak the same language, English, there are many differences between British English and American English. The first difference is in pronunciation. Although the word might be spelled the same, it is possible that people from the UK and America pronounce it differently. For example, the word tomato is pronounced tomato in the UK, but tomato in the USA, and the word mobile is pronounced mobile, and in the UK in the UK, but Mountable in the USA. This is what the differences in America itself, in USA itself. We can see major differences here. By seeing this, we can understand the differences. Then we are having spelling, the differences between American and British language, British English. Spelling. There are few major spelling differences between British and American English. This is because British English has generally kept the spelling of words that it has taken from other languages, but American English has changed the spelling to look more like how the word actually sounds when you say it. Now we shall see the examples for spelling. Here you can see in British we used to write like this, COLOUR, color, whereas in American English we have to write like this, COLOR, but the pronunciation are similar and same. Here in British English we have to write center, CENTRE, center, whereas in American English we have to write CENTER. In beginning itself I have given one chart. In that chart also you might have understood very well. To make more understood, I have given this one. Try to understand with this table. Organize. In British we have to use yes, organize. In American we have to use organize, za sound. In traveling, we have to, in British we have to use single L, whereas in American English we have to use only one L, single L. Whereas here in license we have to use LC in British, in American we have to use yes. Like that in program we have to write ME at the end, whereas in American we should not write ME at the end. This is what the differences between between British English and American English in spelling. Let us see grammar. There are many grammatical differences between American and British English. For example, if someone asks you if you are hungry but you have just finished your lunch, in British English you would need to use the present perfect tense. No, I have eaten already. But in American English you can use the past tense. No, I ate already. This would be incorrect in English, in British English. Remember one thing, in American English we have to say what? No, I ate already. Already I ate. But in British English we should say in present perfect tense, that is, no, I have eaten already, I have taken already. Okay, like that we have to say. This is the differences in grammar between the British and the American English. Then we will see the differences in vocabulary. As you can see, there are many differences between British English and American English. However, the most complicated for English language learners is probably the differences in vocabulary, including idioms and phrasal verbs. Below you will see a few of the main vocabulary differences between British English and American English. Here you can see the examples for vocabulary. In British English we have to say anti-clockwise, whereas in American English we have to say counter-clockwise. Like that. We used to say autumn season, autumn, but in American English we have to say fall. Here we can see complete differences, complete changes. Here we have to say boot of a car, but here, in American English, we have to say trunk. Like that, chips. In British English, in American English, we have to say fries or French fries. In British English, we should say crisps, whereas in American English, we have to say potato chips. In British English, we have to say dustbin or bin, whereas in American English, we have to say garbage can or trash can. In British, we are saying film. In American, we are saying movie. Sometimes in America, the Americans, they also used to say film also. In British, we used to say flat. In American, we used to say garden. In American, we used to say apartment or flat. In British, we used to say garden. In American, we used to say yard. Likewise, holiday. Here vacation, here lift, here elevator, like that. Motorway, for motorway, in American English, we used to say freeway or expressway, like that. Nappy, diaper, pavement, sidewalk, then petrol. Here we have to say gas or gasoline, then postcode. Here we have to postcode. Here we have to say zip code. Here queue, here line, then sweets, here candy, here torch, here flashlight, here trousers, pints, like that. In British English, we used to say trousers. In American English, it is pints. Sometimes they used to say trousers also. In British, we used to say tube or underground. Here we have to say subway. Here zip, here zipper. As you can see, there are many differences between American English and British English, but don't worry about it too much. Most Americans and Britons know many of the differences, so you should not find yourself in too much trouble when you go on holiday. The most important thing is to remember, try to be consistent, especially when you are writing English. Decide which type of English you are going to use and stick with it. So remember one thing, whenever you are going to write something, when you are drafting something, at the time you have to realize what you are writing, which words you are using. It is also useful to decide which type of English you want to work on. If you want to learn British English, it is a good idea to study at a school in the UK or the USA for American English, or check where the teachers are from before you book a course in your country. If you want to learn American English, means better you can or schools or institution from that place itself. Instead of opting from India, from this place, you can opt those places itself. So last final, with these words I would like to conclude. Aeroplane. Here in Britain we used to say aeroplane. Here we have to say airplane. Here I have given some examples. So with the help of this, try to acquire knowledge of this. Thank you very much.